the automated machines have finished shaping the drum, they form a groove on its outside surface. This groove is for the motorized belt that drives the drum. Next, they put the drum on another machine that screws 3 baffles in place. Baffles are those thick plastic wings located inside the drum. They're what throw the clothes around as it rotates. Back on the automated line, the drum's front rim goes on. They manually assemble the drum's back panel. Then a machine installs it. Next comes the exhaust duct. Hot, moist air exits the drum through a bunch of holes and a large slot in the dryer door. The air gets channeled downward through the lint screen, then goes through a duct at the front of the dryer to the fan. The fan blows the air out this exhaust duct at the back of the dryer. The dryer's heating element works much like the element in a toaster, except it consumes a lot more power, up to 6,000 watts. The factory receives the steel and ceramic heating coils ready-made. Workers simply position them on a sheet of galvanized steel. They also install a temperature sensor that shuts off power should something go wrong and cause the dryer to overheat. In the finishing department, they coat the dryer with powdered paint that's heat and shock resistant. Then they assemble the bottom and back of the appliance. They install the motor that drives both the belt and the fan. Then the exhaust duct goes in. Automated machines prepare the electrical wiring. They paint and cut the wires, then install a terminal on each end. Workers wire the dryers, then install the drum. They close up the sides, screw on the door, then wire up the control panel. It's connected to a series of gears and switches that control the dryer cycles. The model and serial number sticker marks the last stop on the assembly line. Chewing gum dates back to the ancient Greeks who chewed resin from trees. Modern chewing gum was patented in the U.S. in 1869 by, believe it or not, a dentist. In 1928, another American invented bubble gum. Bubble gum comes in gumballs of all colors and sizes. But for blowing bubbles, nothing beats the chewy, gooey pink stuff in the twist wrap. It all starts with a gum base, the stuff that makes gum chewy. Traditionally, the base came from tree resin. Today, it's synthetic, made of plastics and rubbers. They pour the gum base into a mixer, then add color and flavoring. As it begins mixing, they pour in glucose syrup, a sweetener. Because it's liquid, it helps keep the gum base soft. Next, they add dextrose, a powdered sweetener. They blend the ingredients for about 20 minutes. The stirring action builds up heat, which melts everything together. mixture's ready when it reaches the consistency of bread dough. They transfer it by cart to a machine called the pre-extruder. The machine squeezes the mixture through a narrow opening, like squeezing toothpaste from the tube. This transforms the big, bulky wad into thin, manageable strips that can then go through the extruders. The extruders squeeze each strip down to the actual width of a piece of bubble gum. It comes out as one long, continuous stream to be cut into bite-sized pieces later on. This extrusion process heats up the gum. If they were to cut and wrap it now, it would stick to the wrapper. So the next stop is a cooling chamber. The gum goes in for 15 minutes at between 3 to 7 degrees Celsius. When the bubble gum comes out, it's cooled down enough for what they call the cut and wrap. One machine does both jobs in a fraction of a second. Watch the action in slow motion. As the continuous stream of gum enters on one end, the machine cuts it into bite-sized pieces, pushes each piece into a wax paper wrapper, then twists both ends of the wrapper closed. Here's the slow motion replay from a different angle. The machine processes 900 pieces of bubble gum per minute.